Orion Township Supervisor Chris Barnett delivered his 5th State of the Township Address. We'll have highlights coming up.
Lake Orion's art lovers enjoyed a glamorous night out during a fundraiser that benefited the Orion Art Center.
The Easter Bunny made an appearance at the Orion Center as children enjoyed crafts and snacks at Orion Township's annual Bunny Bop.
And we'll introduce you to Lake Orion's new village manager, Joe Young, who was selected to fill the vacancy left by outgoing manager Darwin McClary.
Hello, I'm Shane Stockwell.
And I'm Allison Bicknell. We'll have those stories on this edition of ONTV News.
Chris Barnett was elected to the position of Orion Township Supervisor in 2012. Each year since then, he's delivered a State of the Township Address, and this year was no exception. On the morning of Wednesday, March 29th, Orion Township Supervisor Chris Barnett delivered his 5th State of the Township Address. This year's event was held at Woodside Bible Church, located on the grounds of Canterbury Village. Pastor Rick Seidel welcomed those in attendance, and Lake Orion High School's Unichoir performed several numbers, including the national anthem. Lake Orion School's Superintendent Marian Giannopoulos introduced the Township Supervisor, who announced that the theme of his presentation would be Lake Orion's extraordinary people and places. Here are some highlights from the State of the Township Address.
Well, good morning, everyone. Just last month, this was a study released by the National Council for Home and Safety Security, which ranks Orion Township number 15 safest community in the state of Michigan. When you drill down a little bit deeper, you'll realize that we are the safest community in the state with a population over 25,000. I know my brother likes to talk about Rochester Hills, but good luck breaking the top 20 there, brother. Pretty remarkable. And you know what? You would think, wow, this must cost us a lot of money. Well, let's first look at some crime trends, and you'll see these are the specific crime trends that exist in Orion Township, and we are absolutely trending in the right direction. So this does not cost us a lot of money. Check this out. You can see that our per capita cost, so our per resident cost for police services, hovers just around $110 per resident per year. One of the lowest in the entire county, and you can see how we compare against our neighbors. How are we doing on spending altogether, all of the government funds? Well, this chart's kind of busy, but what I want you to notice is the region average is $563 per capita. So for every resident, you spend $563 to operate your government. Check out where Orion Township is and where we stack up next to our neighbors. Of all of our neighbors that we surround and we touch, we are by far the lowest per capita operating government in the area. This is something we should all be proud of. Our board deserves the credit, and certainly the people that came before us do as well. We survived M24 Part 1 this summer. It's much better. We will be starting widening Brown Road, which I'll get to in a minute. Baldwin has begun construction and widening. Walden and Giddings, first time you've heard it here, will be resurfaced this year. We want to thank our our local road commissioner, Eric Wilson, for his assistance on that. And then, just because we want to do more work, we're going to start M24 in 2019 when we finish all these other projects, just for fun. How are we paying for all this? Well, a lot of this is federal dollars and things like that, but one of the things I'm most excited about, and where I've spent a lot of my time over the last year and a half, is in the creation of our new Corridor Improvement Authority. Most of you are aware of Brown Road. Most of you shop on Brown Road. Little do you probably know that you're spending most of your dollars in our favorite neighbor, Auburn Hills. Our north side of Brown Road is largely blighted and tough property to develop. So we took that as a challenge, and we have created what's called a Corridor Improvement Authority with the assistance of Brooks' team at the county and other taxing authorities. This is not a tax increase, but a capture. And what this is going to allow us to do is to take some of the increased investment in the corridor and put it right back into our community, into our roads, and into the needed infrastructure improvements. We're pleased to announce that our first new tenant is Menards. Menards will be breaking ground very soon. on the property directly north of Costco, right across the street from Costco. And we think that this will be the first domino that begins the Brown Road redevelopment. We are also spending some money on Baldwin Road. As you may or may not know, we don't own any roads as a township. The county owns and operates all our roads. But we are taking the opportunity of the new increased development that's going to happen on the Brown and Baldwin's corridor to reinvest into our own roads. So this is the first roundabout that will be constructed. I know it might not be too exciting, but what you don't see in these pictures are the street lamps and the pocket parks that will be part of this corridor. There'll be sidewalks on both sides of the road, creating a walkable district all the way from Brown Road up to north of Walden Road in the Gingellville district. Today we are announcing our next big venture into the recreation world. And this is, again, another Orion first. We are going to be building, with your help, an all-inclusive baseball field. This field will be used by handicapped children, disabled veterans, and able-bodied folks as well. We've already created a partnership with 3 groups: the Michigan Economic Development Corporation and their grant writing wing, the Patronicity, as well as the Daisy Project and the Lake Orion Wiffle Ball Association. We do have one. This is big. This will be the first of its kind in a public park, just like last year when we opened the first ever inclusive whirl, the merry-go-round for kids on wheelchairs and their able-bodied siblings as alike. So we need your help. We're asking for your help. Through the MEDC and through Patronicity, we will receive matching funds for every dollar you give. So if you agree that this is a great idea, starting May 1st is when the campaign starts and it goes for 90 days, we're looking to raise about $80,000 from our residents, which will be matched by the Michigan Economic Development Corporation through Patronicity. So more to come on this. We're going to hit you over the head until we get all your money on this, until we reach our goal. But please catch the vision with us and help us make this dream a reality. We currently have 4 township parks: Civic Center Park, Friendship Park, Jesse Decker Park. 2 years ago, we added Camp Agawam, 143 acres. And today, we are announcing the next big thing. We have acquired another 76 acres of parkland that we will protect, and it will be a park forever, directly across the street from us. This is big news. This is an overhead view of this, and this has been a process that we've been working on for almost 5 years. Joanne Van Tassel, former supervisor, has been extremely involved in this process as well, and we can finally announce that we have acquired the property, and we are adding yet another piece of recreation to Orion Township.
The State of the Township Address is currently airing on ONTV. You can also view it on YouTube. To keep up with news and updates, download the Orion Township app to your phone. Road construction news will be announced on the Orion Township Road Updates page on Facebook, or you can visit oriontownship.org.
The first day of spring arrived on March 20th, which meant a visit from the Easter Bunny would soon follow. On the morning of Saturday, April 1st, Orion Township hosted its annual Bunny Bop at the Orion Center. The event was split up into 2 sessions, with 60 children taking part in each session. Families enjoyed snacks, crafts, and plenty of photo opportunities.
When families come to the Bunny Bop, we have the Easter Bunny here for them to take pictures with, and then we have Walgreens again who's taking photos and providing free prints for all of the families. We have live bunnies from the 4-H Bunny Club. They bring their bunnies so that the kids have an opportunity to actually pet the bunnies. And then we've got Easter theme craft and spring theme crafts, and then we have snacks.
Due to muddy conditions outdoors, the Easter egg hunt was moved inside the Orion Center. Divided by age groups, children hunted for plastic eggs filled with candy and fun surprises. The Bunny Bop has been held each year at the Orion Center since the building opened to the public in 2012, with the exception of 2016.
In 2016, we weren't able to hold the Bunny Bop, unfortunately, because just a couple of weeks before the event is when we had the pipe break in the building, and the building flooded, so we had to evacuate the building. We had to move everything off-site, and the Bunny Bop, we didn't have an alternate location for it, so we did have to cancel it last year.
The staff at the Orion Center is gearing up for their next big event. The 21st running of the Dragon Dash is scheduled to take place on Sunday, May 21st, beginning at 9 p.m. Runners and walkers are encouraged to sign up for the 5K race, which begins and ends at the Orion Center and takes participants onto the Pollyant Trail. If you'd like to take part, you can register online. Visit oriontownship.org for more information.
After less than 4 years as Lake Orion's village manager, Darwin McClary resigned in February to accept a position with the city of Ypsilanti. Village Council immediately went to work searching for his replacement. During their March 13th meeting, Village Council voted to offer the position to a candidate with more than 40 years of experience in government. On Monday, April 3rd, we visited with new village manager Joe Young during his first day on the job. With more than 40 years of experience under his belt, Young had been deputy mayor in Pontiac, finance director in Kalamazoo, city manager of Hazel Park, and most recently the manager of Oxford for more than 12 years.
You know, it's only 2 miles away. It's a growing, thriving community. The great people here as there is in Oxford, and I thought that I could help contribute to what their needs are, looking at a number of goals and objectives that the council set, and a lot of new development, and a lot of needs in the community, from the lake issues, and cemetery issues, and road issues, and all the things that government as a business needs to address.
Young told us he plans to work closely with local businesses and the Downtown Development Authority to ensure that the village not only survives, but thrives as well. He talked about the challenges he faces as he settles into the new position.
Well, of course, dealing with the budget and managing the finances is as in any business, and striving to company be sustainable. We certainly got some infrastructure needs, as you know, our water main project, $8 million phase project, which we need to address. We got some issues at the dam we got to address, and the seawall, and our cemetery, and again our roads, and our buildings and facilities. So there's a lot of challenges and needs that need to be addressed here.
You'll be seeing the new manager at community events, and he's known for handing out balloons to children at concerts in the park. At 70 years old, Young told us he has no plans to retire anytime soon.
Well, I enjoy what I do. It's my passion. I love serving and helping out in a way I can. And as long as I'm helpful and useful and of value, I want to continue to do that. You know, I'm 70 years old, but I certainly don't feel that way, although some mornings I might. But I've got a lot of energy and desire to help make things better and improve all along, and I want to keep doing that.
The new village manager told us he plans on having an open door policy and encourages residents to contact him with questions and concerns. His number at Village Hall is 248-693-8391, extension 101. You can also visit lakeorion.org for more information.
Normally when the Chamber of Commerce hosts a ribbon cutting ceremony, it's to welcome a new business to the community, but that's not necessarily always the case. On Thursday, March 23rd, representatives of the Orion, Oxford, and Auburn Hills Chambers gathered at Oakland Christian School for a special ribbon cutting ceremony. The campus is not brand new. As a matter of fact, the school will be celebrating its 50th anniversary in 2018.
This ribbon cutting today is because we're a new member of several chambers, but we also have several new programs that we've been introducing for our students lately. We've got a Spanish immersion program, some enhanced STEM programs, some new preschool programs. So we are, kind of introducing some of the new programs as well.
The school serves a fairly large area, including Auburn Hills, Lake Orion, and Oxford. Approximately 500 students, ranging from preschoolers to 12th graders, attend the school. Orion Township Supervisor Chris Barnett attended the ceremony and is one of the school's most famous alumni.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great, amazing atmosphere to grow up in. Strong values, small campus, obviously kindergarten through 12th grade all on one campus. So it's got a little more of a feel. You know all the teachers. Miss Butler, who's here, was my biology and chemistry teacher. Mr. Van Dorp was my principal. He's still here. So it's just like, it is like a real family atmosphere.
We are just thrilled to be actually out in the community. We're kind of tucked back in here, as you probably saw when you drove in. So to actually get Oakland Christian's name out in the community and have people who are really supportive of the school and what the school can do for the community and getting involved, we are just super pleased to be really involved with these different chambers and just some of the different companies that are represented here.
If you're considering enrolling your child at Oakland Christian School, you're encouraged to schedule a visit and take a tour of the school. Call 248-373-2700 to speak to the Director of Admissions, Josh Thayer, or visit oaklandchristian.com for more information.
Throughout the year, the Orion Art Center offers exhibits, classes, and scholarships, thanks to fundraisers and a generous Lake Orion community. Recently, the Art Center hosted one of its largest fundraisers of the year, and ONTV's Joe Johnson was there.
On the evening of Saturday, March 25th, the Orion Art Center hosted its 28th annual gala. The theme was A Night in Paris, and it was the first time the event was held at the Paint Creek Country Club in Lake Orion. 230 people attended the event, a record turnout for the gala. Attendees enjoyed dinner and dancing, and money was raised through ticket sales and the silent auction.
We have a lot of silent auction items, which is all community partner donated, and so that's what makes the silent auction possible, as well as ticket items. And there's trips, booze baskets, all sorts of great things for different genres, different things that you're into, and all different prices.
Each year at the event, the Art Center announces its Artist of the Year and Patron of the Arts. Recognized as 2017's Patron of the Arts was James Jenkins, who got involved with the Art Center in 2008 and was instrumental in helping to develop the annual Dragon on the Lake Festival.
The way we look at patrons of the art is it has to be someone that supports not only the art community but the community as a whole. So it could be through donation, events, volunteering, and that's how we look at the patron of the art. So this year, I am proud to be presenting the award to James Jenkins, who does unbelievable things not only for the Lake Orion community, but all surrounding communities with really great festivals, whether it's Funky Ferndale, Quake on the Lake. He's a really busy man and important to communities.
First of all, it's flattering and it's humbling. I'm really honored. So many people put so much work into it, don't really deserve it myself. You know what, I got involved because I have a son that was into the theater and the arts, and I watched him struggle in school and with relationships and maybe get picked on a little bit. And so I felt like this was a way for me to give back, to kind of give people a voice, let the artists have a voice, and really also to help build communities. So it's really an honor to be able to do that. I don't feel like it's overdue or anything. I'm just excited to be here and to hang out with about, 220 of my closest friends.
And named 2017's Artist of the Year was Janice Price, a 33-year resident of Lake Orion. Janice is having quite a year. Not only was she named Artist of the Year, but she also recently accepted the role of Executive Director at the Orion Art Center.
How Jan Price came into our life, that's our Artist of the Year. You know, some things fall in your lap at the beginning of the year. She has lived in Lake Orion for 30 years. She walked into the Art Center, she had never been in there, and said, I want to help. And it's kind of evolved into this really great relationship the whole year, with finding that she's this beautiful artist and has all these other talents. And so it's really become a relationship this year, and we thought it was really fitting. And we actually chose her for the Artist of the Year before she got the Executive Director. So yes, her year is going great so far.
Well, I think that the Orion Art Center is constantly evolving and becoming more connected to the community, more connected to the artists surrounding the community, building a stronger base, and just getting a bit more professional as an organization.
From the Paint Creek Country Club in Lake Orion, this is Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV News.
Thanks, Joe. The Orion Art Center is currently accepting submissions for its annual Recreate Art Show, sponsored by Waste Management. This year's theme is United in Patriotism. An opening reception is scheduled to take place on Thursday, April 13th at 6:30 p.m. Visit orionartcenter.org for more information. And that does it for another edition of ONTV News. On behalf of the ONTV staff, I'm Shane Stockwell.
And I'm Allison Bicknell. Good night.